Now, when I select and drag it down, I get names for the entire sales team. And when I drag this cell, I get names for the entire finance team. And how I have done this, let me show you. What I will do, I'll take you to my laptop and show you how I'm using these options and Excel tips every single day to save a lot of time and increase my productivity to 10x. Now, you need to do one thing for me. You need to watch this video. You need to check out all these tips and options and tell me which one you like the most and which one you are going to add in your workflow. And in the end of this video, I have a gift for you that you need to check out. So make sure to watch this video till the end. And now let's dive in. When you create a pivot table, then you go to insert and then click on pivot table. You get this small dialog box to decide where you want to insert your pivot table, on a new worksheet or on the existing worksheet. Now below this, you have this small checkbox that says add this data to the data model. And when you click on it and then insert your pivot table, let's say if I use region and total sales, and then if I add shipment provider, or I just use order priority. Now, when you do this and then you go to your pivot table analyze tab and then change source data, you'll get this option called connection properties. Now, in the connection properties, you have this really amazing option that allows you to refresh your pivot table automatically after a set of or after a particular interval. So let's say if I want to refresh my pivot table after every 10 minutes. So I will tick mark this and then enter 10 here and click OK. So my pivot table will be refreshed after every 10 minutes. Now, if you look at my desktop, I have this folder, and in this folder, I have two different files that I need almost every morning when I start my work. So instead of opening these files one by one, what I'll do, I will use them as startup files. For this, I just need to right click on this folder and then copy as path and then go to my Excel and then click on file options. And from there, again, I need to go to advanced and scroll down to the end. And here I have this option where I can paste the path of the folder where I have these files. And let me remove these double quotation marks, and now just OK. And let me close my Excel. Now, when I go again and open my Excel application, I will also get these two files along with opening Excel. So if you have any files basically that you want to open every morning, you need to work on those files, you can just create a folder and then use path of that folder as startup folder, and Excel will open those files every time when you open your Excel application. Now, this is one of my favorite Excel function that I use a lot these days. So if you look at my data, I have this VLOOKUP function here, and I'm looking up for the January amount using the month name, but I also have one more January month with a sales amount. And using VLOOKUP is not that useful. Even if I use XLOOKUP, I need to write a complex formula to get, both of the months. So what is my favorite function? And what's the function I'm talking about is filter. So when I enter filter function and select this range, the array, and then I create a condition here to give me data for January month when I select this range, and then, I specify this condition that I need data for January month. It gives me data for both of the entries. So filter function is way more flexible when you're looking up multiple values, multiple entries in your data, instead of using VLOOKUP and XLOOKUP. I'll be coming up with a detailed video on filter function in coming days. So make sure to subscribe to the channel, and let's move to our next Excel tip. Now here I have this small table with month-wise, product-wise data, sales data, and I have two more columns here The one is trend and year growth. To make anyone understand this data really quickly, instead of just looking into numbers, I have these two columns. So let me show you how you can insert these two columns in your data too. Now, the first thing is to insert these trend charts here. For this, I'm going to use sparkline. So when you go to insert, and then here you have these three sparklines. So I'm going to go with line. I'm going to select my entire range from January to December for all the 5 products and click OK. And here I have my trend lines. Now, there's one small tweak that I need to make here. I need to go to access and then custom value. And in the custom value, I just going to use 0 and then click OK. So now it will show the actual trend of the data, instead of, showing the first one quite lower and then showing the last one way higher. So I have this decent trend of products. For laptop, it's going up, monitor going up, printer is going down, and smartphone, after a slight dip, it's again going up. And for tablet, I again have a dip. Now the next thing is to insert year growth. So first of all, I'm going to use this formula. Bracket start, December divided by January, bracket close, and -1. And I have 79% of growth here. And let me drag this formula for all the products. So I have 2 products in degrowth and 3 products in growth. So what I'll do, I will go to Home tab, and then I'll go to Conditional Formatting, Icon Sets, and I will select this particular icon from here, the 3 triangles. But instead of just applying it, I'm going to go back, Conditional Formatting, Manage Rules, and from here, I need to make a few changes. So instead of percentage, I'm going to go with number 0.01, and let me click OK, apply, and close. Let me drag it down and show you. The printer and tablet has a degrowth, and the rest of the products have growth. So let me show you the conditional formatting again that I have applied. Then go to Manage Rules, Icon Sets, and here is my conditional formatting rules. So you need to use 0.01 for green arrow, and then 0 for the yellow bar, and below 0, that is the degrowth, for red arrow. And here you need to select numbers instead of percentage. Click OK, apply, and here my data is ready to present. You know what? I love presenting data on maps. And in Excel, the easiest way to create a map chart is actually inserting these charts from fill map option. So when you select the data and then go to this fill map option, it allows you to create this chart automatically. And it will read your data and then it will create a chart. So if you have data from some other country, let's say England, or you have data from India, it will automatically read that data and insert that chart according to the data. But your data needs to be little in structure, because you need to have state name, you need to have abbreviations, or you need to have some sort of zip codes to insert these charts. But quite enough state names are enough, and you can present your data on a particular map of the country, and it will create that chart according to the names and the data that you have. So if you see, I have state names here, and then I have sales. So when I select this data after creating it, I can go here and I can make a few changes in my chart design. So let's say if I want to add data labels, I can show it, and I can also change a little bit. I can turn it into a dark map as well. So the idea is to quickly create map charts in Excel, and you have this option called fill map. So here I have 2 lists with the name of sales team and finance team. So these are the members of sales team and finance team, and these are the lists that I use frequently in my work. I need them almost every day. So instead of using a copy paste, I'm going to create a custom list. So let me go to File tab and then Options, and after that Advanced. And once I scroll to the end, I have this option called Edit Custom Lists. Now from here, I'm going to click on New List and then this small upward arrow. And now I'm going to select the sales team, the entire list of sales team, all the names, and then click on Import. And again, for the finance team, and then click on Import. So now I have two custom lists here. And all right, so now if I enter sales team and drag it down, I get all the names from the sales team, the list I have just created. And in the same way, finance team. And here I have names from the entire finance team. So these are the two custom lists that I can use anywhere in my worksheet. I don't need to copy or paste this data again and again. I just need to enter the first value and then I can get the rest of the values from here. Now, before I show you my last Excel tip, I have one more bonus Excel tip for you. So make sure to check out that tip as well. So here, when I select this cell, you can see I have this small pop-up message that says, don't edit, please don't edit this cell. So you can add a custom message on any of the cells you have in your worksheet that you want user or anyone to not to edit, or you just want to give a message that, hey, please don't edit this cell, or you want to tell user, hey, please enter a particular value in this cell. So for this, you need to go to your data tab, and from there you need to click on this small drop down and then data validation. And here in the input message, you have this option called title and input message. So when you enter title, it gives you this bold message here and then a detailed message below the actual heading. And then you need to tick mark this show input message when cell is selected, and then you click OK. And every time when a user select this cell, this message will pop out and show your message that you have added to the message input box. Now my bonus Excel tip is about using compact number format. So I have these two custom formattings here that allows you to show number in thousands and in millions. So you can see here, when you select this range and then open format cells, I have this custom formatting applied that shows me 45 as 4.5K. You can see here when I have this value here, where I have 4461, it shows me 4.5. And same is for this formatting where I have compact numbers to show data in millions. So let me show you how these two custom formattings work. In the first one where I have thousands, I have added one comma that drops last three zeros. That means thousands. So if you have 5,000, it will show 5 by dropping last three zeros. And in the second formatting, I have two commas that will drop last 6 digits. So if you have 1 million, it will show 1 by removing last 6 zeros, 6 digits. So you can copy any of these formatting and then select your data range, go to the custom and then paste your formatting here and then click OK, and it will apply that formatting to the select range. Hey, thanks for watching this video, and you can download your free ebook that I have promised from the link in the description. And make sure to subscribe to the channel because I'll be coming out with a lot of cool Excel tips and tricks in coming weeks. So make sure to subscribe and like this video.